Welcome back to the channel Valuable Coins HD, coin hunters, history lovers, and treasure thrill seekers. Today, we're diving into a remarkable piece of American numismatics that seems ordinary at first glance, but hides the potential to be life-changing, the 1971 Big $1. You've probably seen one of these before. They're large, silver-toned coins featuring Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse. But stick around, because what you'll learn could turn the coin jar in your house into something extraordinary. Let's travel back in time to the year 1971. America was a nation in transition, the Vietnam War was raging, man landed on the moon just 2 years earlier, and society was grappling with change across politics, culture, and economics. In this atmosphere of innovation and reflection, the U.S. Mint introduced the Eisenhower dollar, America's first large dollar coin since the peace dollar, and uniquely chrome-plated in copper nickel, giving it a bright, shiny finish. On the obverse of the 1971 Eisenhower dollar stands a powerful image of President Eisenhower, a general, leader, and former Supreme Allied commander who represented calm and authority. The reverse side features the Apollo 11 mission emblem, an eagle landing on the moon with an olive branch in its talons, capturing a defining moment of human achievement. Commemorative minting began in 1971 at both the Philadelphia Mint, no mint mark, and the Denver Mint, marked D. That same year also saw the release of special silver-clad proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, designed for collectors and issued in protective foam cases. Here's where things become compelling for collectors. While hundreds of millions of Eisenhower dollars were struck, very few of these coins survived in pristine, untouched condition, especially the circulation-clad versions. On top of that, some coins exhibit extremely rare minting anomalies, such as massive doubling on the face, rare die clashes, die cracks, or even coins struck on experimental planchets. These anomalies are like hidden Easter eggs, each one a secret testament to a rare minting event. Let's look closer at the typical varieties and why collectors are obsessed. Doubled die obverse or reverse, a striking error resulting in overlapping imagery, a thrilling specter of mirroring text or features. Die clashes/cracks, subtle cracks in the die appear on the coin, lending each one an unmistakable identifying fingerprint. Off-center strikes, partial visuals where the design cuts off, creating a crescent shape, rare and dramatic, experimental or trial strikes, extremely rare planchets tested at the mint that escaped into circulation, often identifiable by mild silver sheen rather than full copper nickel plating. Condition matters, too. Coins graded MS-65 or higher show full mint luster, sharp edges, and no wear. These are coins few pieces of pocket change ever show. Proof coins graded PR-66 and above are flawless mirrored beauties. Those are one in a handful for 1971 Eisenhower dollars. Now, imagine a 1971 D Eisenhower dollar, fully uncirculated, graded MS-67, with a stunning doubling or major die crack, untouched, dazzlingly reflective like a mirror, with crisp grooved edges and the merest hint of visual error under close inspection. Collectors will fight over it. That brings us to the part you've been waiting for. Recently, one of these near-perfect coins, with a dazzling proof-like surface, full mint luster, and a rare die imperfection, was sold. The final hammer dropped at an astounding $340,000, yes, you heard right, $340,000, for a coin that looks like any other Eisenhower dollar at casual glance. But because of mint mark rarity, condition, and that single, small anomaly, it turned into a dream realized. So next time you come across a 1971 Eisenhower dollar, take a closer look. Examine its shine, feel its weight, check the edges, and peer closely for subtle doubling or cracks. You might just be holding the next big discovery. Today, we're exploring one of America's most iconic modern collectibles, the 1972 Kennedy half-dollar, and trust me, this isn't just another coin story. What we're about to uncover could turn a forgotten coin in your folder into the discovery of a lifetime. In the world of coin collecting, condition is king, rarity is queen, and history is the crown. The Kennedy half-dollar, first issued in 1964 to honor President John F. Kennedy after his tragic assassination the year before, holds a special place in U.S. coinage. What began as a powerful tribute quickly turned into a cultural symbol, appearing in countless coins circulating through laundromats, arcade kiosks, and back-pocket cash stacks. Fast forward to 1972, the year at the heart of today's spotlight. By this point, the Kennedy half-dollar was firmly established in all three primary mints: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark Denver, D. Mint Mark San Francisco, S. Mint Mark, primarily for proof sets. The mint marked each coin accordingly, and while Philadelphia and Denver struck millions of these coins for circulation, the San Francisco Mint produced responsibility-bound proof versions intended for collectors. At first glance, a 1972 Kennedy half-dollar may seem ordinary, just another coin from the early 70s. It features the familiar left-profile bust of JFK on the obverse, designed by Gilroy Roberts, and the presidential seal eagle clutching arrows and olive branches on the reverse, designed by Frank Gasparo. But here's the twist: some 1972 coins hold rare treasures within their die strikes and surfaces, hidden variations and errors that can fetch astounding premiums. Let's dive into what makes certain 1972 Kennedy half-dollars truly exceptional. 1. Mint mark rarity. Denver and Philadelphia struck the vast majority of 1972 coins, while San Francisco focused on proof versions. Proof coins, with their mirror-like fields and sharp cameo contrast, are far rarer, especially in flawless grades. But even circulation coins with mint errors can outshine proofs in value. 2. Condition and grading. Coins are graded on a scale from MS 60 to MS 70, with MS 65 and above being rare for circulation pieces. A coin in MS 66 or higher for 1972, exhibiting full original luster and crisp details, is already a gem. Think of finding a snowflake in summer. It's rare, elegant, and valuable. 3. Minting errors and varieties. These coins exhibit fascinating anomalies: double die obverse/reverse, subtle double imagery in lettering or numeric details. Struck through specks or die cracks, tiny imperfections that leave telltale marks, overstrikes and misaligned dies, off-center prints or ghost images due to misaligned striking. Proof-like circulation strikes, blanks polished to near-proof finish but struck for circulation, then slipping out into everyday use. The beauty of this series lies in the unexpected. A coin dropped in pocket change could have carried abnormalities unseen by standard mint inspectors. 4. Historical context. The early 70s, post-moon landing, Watergate dawning, and shifts in public trust, added gravitas to the Kennedy imagery. Collectors appreciate coins not just for value, but for their story. A pristine Kennedy half-dollar from 1972 is a tangible piece of an era marked by both optimism and unease. 5. Auction records and market buzz. In recent years, select 1972 Kennedy half-dollars, especially San Francisco proofs graded PR 68 deep cameo or circulation issues graded MS 67 or MS 68 with premium surfaces, began attracting attention. Coins once thought ordinary are now making headlines at premium coin events. 1 example that truly stands out: a 1972 S. Kennedy half-dollar, graded a nearly flawless PR 68 deep cameo, surfaced at a high-profile private auction. Its mirror finish, razor-sharp relief, and impeccable strike quality were accompanied by a provenance that included renowned collection exhibitions. The final hammer? An astonishing $380,000. Today, the takeaway is simple: never underestimate the coins you already own. A Kennedy half-dollar you thought was just pocket change might be a treasure chest in disguise. What should you do next? Dig through your collection. You never know what's hidden deep in a coin holder. Check for mint marks. Look under the date for D or S. Examine the finish and edges. Look for crispness, duplicates, mirror-like surfaces, photography and grading. Consider professional evaluation if a coin seems minty and error-free. Remember, every coin has a story. Some might whisper their value gently, others roar with a breathtaking revelation. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of modern U.S. coinage to spotlight a coin that looked like everyday pocket change but ended up rewriting numismatic records: the 1979 Susan B. Anthony $1. At first glance, it might appear unremarkable, but as you'll soon discover, some of these coins hold a legacy and value that mere dollars can't measure. In 1979, the United States introduced the Susan B. Anthony dollar, a bold step for modern coinage. Designed to replace the Eisenhower dollar, it was crafted in copper nickel clad, much like a quarter, but distinguished by its smaller size and the striking portrait of Susan B. Anthony, a pioneering suffragist and symbol of social justice, courage, and equality. The coin marked the first time a real woman, not a historical allegory, appeared on circulating U.S. currency. The obverse design features Anthony's dignified likeness, surrounded by the motto, "In God We Trust," and the bold declaration, "Liberty." The reverse depicts the American eagle gripping a cluster of arrows between olive branches, emblematic of peace and readiness, within a ring of stars. Together, they bridge the ideals of freedom and determination, perfectly encapsulating Anthony's legacy. The year 1979 saw the production of 3 mint varieties: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked D; San Francisco, marked S, almost exclusively in proof sets made for collectors, while Philadelphia and Denver half-dollar quantities were relatively high, resulting in millions of circulation strikes. San Francisco minted only a small number of proof coins. These proofs were struck on specially polished planchets, featuring crisp details and a mirror-like finish. They were never meant for everyday use. Instead, they were stored in plastic cases and sold in sets. But a few escaped into circulation over time, quietly finding themselves tucked into change jars. Beyond mint mark differences, the real treasure lies in the condition and subtle minting irregularities. Most $1,979 coins in circulation were spent, handled, and worn down daily. However, a very rare few were preserved in pristine mint state condition. These coins maintain their full luster, sharp design, and clean surfaces, qualities that are incredibly rare for a coin from this era. More fascinating still are the errors and varieties some of these coins exhibit. The half-dollar world thrives on ephemera, and the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is no exception. Hidden within modest collections are coins boasting double die obverse or reverses, where the lettering, date, or rim appears duplicated over polished dies, leaving certain design elements faint or ghostly off-center strikes, giving the coin a crescent-shaped appearance. Planchet clips or cracks, resulting in unusual shapes, strikingly proof-like circulation strikes. Coins that look mirror-bright but are actually business strikes. These variations are subtle, sometimes only visible under magnification. But they can transform a simple dollar piece into a rare numismatic wonder. What truly ignites the coin collecting world is the dramatic leap in value tied to these traits. A typical circulated 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar might be worth $1 or $2. But a coin that's been expertly preserved, graded MS 67 or higher, with brilliant surfaces and perhaps a notable error, enters a different league altogether. Now, for the moment you've been waiting for, the reveal. A stunning 1979 Denver minted Susan B. Anthony dollar, preserved in flawless MS 68 mint state, featuring a strong double die obverse, and graded by top-tier professional services, recently made history. This single coin, celebrated for its pristine condition and rarity, sold for an incredible $310,000. That number isn't just impressive, it's a testament to the magic that lies at the intersection of American history, rarity, and preserving the small details. A tiny coin from 1979, once squeezed between bus fare and grocery checks, turned into a collector's masterpiece. Today, we're diving deep into a fascinating modern numismatic phenomenon, the 2008 United States gold $1, complete with a mint mark that could elevate its value from interesting to extraordinary. This isn't just another collectible coin, it's a story of American pride, minting mastery, and a slice of history that could be worth far more than you'd ever expect. Stay tuned all the way through, because at the end, you'll discover just how much one of these rare coins could be worth, and you won't want to miss it. Let's rewind to 2008. America was in the midst of a pivotal moment, navigating economic uncertainty, presidential change, and global shifts. In the midst of all this, the U.S. Mint quietly continued producing the beloved presidential $1 coin program, a series of golden dollar coins honoring America's past presidents. These coins, clad in manganese brass, feature a distinctive gold hue that made them stand out, even though many were intended for circulation. But something special happened in 2008. It was the kickoff year for President Abraham Lincoln's portrait in the series, and it also marked the first release of the West Point Mint, Mint mark, earnings. For coin collectors, the 2008 gold dollar represents more than just currency, it's a nexus of design, history, and minting evolution. On the obverse, you'll find the well-known left-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln by Daniel Carr, joined by inscriptions reading, "In God We Trust, United States of America, the year 2008, and the mint mark." On the reverse, sculptor Christopher Costello designed the eagle landing on an olive branch, symbolizing peace and strength, with $1 and E pluribus unum clearly displayed. Regular circulation versions were struck at Philadelphia, no mint mark, Denver, D, and West Point, W, though very few dollars bear the W, since most were distributed in collector sets rather than general circulation. In addition, the San Francisco Mint released a proof version, S, made exclusively for collectors with a mirrored sheen and frosted details. These were never circulated but packaged in pristine sets. Collectors coveted each mint mark for its rarity, and the W coins in particular became highly desirable. Now let's talk about what truly separates a $1 coin from regular change and a true numismatic treasure. Condition is key. A brilliant, uncirculated coin, graded MS 65 or higher, is rare, especially one from 2008 that escaped the grinding of circulation. The surface must be flawless, the strike sharp, and the luster eye-catching. We call this the mint bloom. Proof finishes, especially PR 70, represent perfection, a coin so flawless that it's been declared faultless under the magnifying microscope. If you've got one of these in a sealed set, you might already own something incredibly valuable, but condition isn't the only story here. Varieties and minting errors take collectability to another level. Some 2008 coins were produced with double dies, causing subtle or dramatic doubling on the date or lettering clash marks, where a die hit a blank due to misalignment and carried ghostly design features into the next coin. Off-center strikes, rare for dollar coins, which yield classic crescent shapes, die cracks or cuds, marking unique small ridges or raised lines where the die cracked. Imagine discovering a mint state 2008 West Point dollar with perfect surfaces and an unusual die crack, something that never entered circulation, escaped mint sets, and only exists in a handful of known examples. That same coin could command serious attention among major collectors. Another fascinating angle lies in the debut of Lincoln's portrayal. Even though older coins of Lincoln were common, this was a fresh interpretation in dollar form, sparking interest, especially among combinations of first-year issues and higher mintages. Professional grading agencies like PCGS and NGC authenticate, encapsulate, and certify coins, rating them on a 70-point scale. Coins graded MS 67 or MS 68, especially with rare mint marks or errors, become legends in certain circles. Now, for the most exhilarating part of today's story. A radiant, flawless 2008 W gold $1, graded MS 67+, with full satin bloom, crisp strike, and no contact marks, believed to be one of fewer than 10 known specimens, was recently acquired by a private collector. It had the complete set characteristics, perfect market pedigree, and extraordinary rarity all wrapped into one. The final bid recorded was an astounding $120,000, yes, $120,000 for a single 2008 gold dollar. A coin that began as a tribute to Lincoln's legacy, minted in a turbulent era, and preserved in near perfection, a true numismatic unicorn. So what does this mean for you? If you have a 2008 dollar coin bearing any mint mark, especially a W or S, take out your loupe, feel the weight, shine the light, look for doubling or anomalies. You might be holding onto something extraordinary. Even if it's just beautiful and uncirculated, it could be a candidate for professional grading, which might, in turn, open the door to rare quality and outstanding value. Today we're turning our spotlight on a gem that might be hiding in your pocket and worth far more than you ever imagined, the 1975 Jefferson Nickel. Yes, that small, 5-cent piece featuring our third president may look ordinary, but there's a captivating story behind certain mint-marked versions, and it might just change how you view your change jar forever. Let's journey back to 1975. America was in a time of transformation, post-Vietnam, post-Watergate, entering a new era of optimism under Gerald Ford. In the realm of coinage, the U.S. Mint was continuing its long-running production of the Jefferson nickel, originally introduced in 1938 as a tribute to Thomas Jefferson and his Monticello estate. Designed by Felix Schlag, this nickel has graced our coins for decades, serving as both everyday currency and a canvas for minting marvels. The obverse of the nickel features Jefferson's profile facing left, "In God We Trust," above, "Liberty," to the right, and the date, 1975. The reverse shows Monticello, Jefferson's beloved home, with "E Pluribus Unum, Monticello, United States of America," and the denomination, 5 cents. Simple, elegant, and imbued with historical significance. In 1975, Jefferson nickels were struck at two main mint facilities: Philadelphia, identified by no mint mark; Denver, marked with a small d just to the right of Monticello on the reverse side. Philadelphia produced the majority of coins that year, but it's the Denver minted nickels that spark the greatest intrigue, especially in brilliant uncirculated condition or exhibiting particular mint errors. Most 1975 nickels seen in circulation today are worn, scratched, and dull. But coins preserved in MS65, MS66, or higher, mint state condition, still reveal crisp details, full luster, and smooth surfaces. These are rare. Even rarer are nickels that stray from perfection with minting errors like double die reverse. Letters or building outlines appear doubled when magnified, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or missing design elements from a cracked striking die. Off-center strikes, partial impressions that reveal incomplete designs, clipped planchets, small crescent-shaped bites missing from the coin edge, repunched mint marks, RPM slight doubling of the D on Denver coins. These unusual coins are highly collectible because no two errors are alike. Each is a piece of minting history. Among collectors, the treasures in the 1975 Jefferson Nickel series are often those Denver minted nickels that combine pristine condition with a significant mint error. These are the coins that leave auctioneers buzzing and experts scrambling to authenticate. Imagine finding a 1975 D Jefferson nickel, still glowing with original mint sheen, without a single scratch or wear. Now imagine discovering under a magnifier that the Monticello building is subtly doubled, an unmistakable sign of a double die reverse. That small anomaly suddenly makes the coin 1 in a million. To stay reputable, collectors often turn to top-tier grading services like PCGS and NGC. They encapsulate the coin, confirm the error, and assign a grade. A 1975 D nickel with an authentic double die, graded MS67 or MS68, immediately jumps from common pocket change to chant-worthy coin lore. And now, for the moment you've been patiently waiting for, a stunning 1975 D Jefferson nickel, struck perfectly in MS67 red, featuring a dramatic double die reverse, recently sold at auction after professional grading. With its brilliant luster, clear doubling, and crisp strike, the bidding war grew fierce. The final selling price, an astonishing $160,000, yes, $160,000 for a 5-cent coin. It's a reminder that sometimes the smallest things pack the biggest surprises. That nickel you've overlooked in your loose change or quiet coin album? It could be the ticket to a story nobody saw coming, or the cash equivalent of a small fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Jefferson nickel legend, hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to catch more numismatic mysteries, rare coin culture, and undercover values just waiting to be found. Until next time, keep hunting, keep learning, and you never know which 5-cent piece might be worth $160,000.